So another little update on Project Monty. That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? It's the tool sitting in the boot. You think, what the hell's going on here? So anyway, I've noticed that in the third brake light, the high mount brake light, the wiring was basically cut from it, and it was just tied on to hook up the rear spoiler on the boot, which I'm not too keen on the way that was done. Because my plans are to remove the XR style spoiler from the boot and put what they call is a Series 2 Classic spoiler, so it's a low lying spoiler on the boot, and just looks a lot cleaner. They actually used them on the Tickfords, on the TS and TEs series, and they actually look quite nice. They're quite stylish. Being a Fairmont gear, I think it'll be a lot more stylish than the XR style. So anyway, I've removed the parcel shelf, as you can see through the window there. There's a bit of dust and crap just sitting inside that as well, but there you can see where the wires have been cut and it's been sort of cut and shut to run the rear spoiler. So I've got an auto electrician coming out today. He's going to rewire this. I'm going to try to get these wires extended with a plug on them, and then I can run a plug. I'll also get him to run a plug to the deck lid spoiler, so that when it does come time to pull that off, I just got to undo a couple of plugs. I can be running the deck lid spoiler to keep the car roadworthy until I remove it, get the holes in the boot welded up, get the boot painted, put the new low level spoiler on, and then I can just plug this back in and we'll have the three lights as per ADR rules. But so anyway, yeah, parcel shelf's off. She's a bit dirty underneath it, which who cares, no one really sees it, but hey, I care. I'm going to clean that shit up and get it all nice. So yeah, we'll clean all that up. We'll get the dust out of inside this third light here and reinstall that, and then should be all ready to rock and roll for when the auto lecky turns up this afternoon to rewire everything. So we have a quick squizzy. So that's basically wiring from the vehicle electrical system, and these couple here where I've cut that off was running back to the spoiler. So there's a spoiler wires just hanging down there. So I'm going to get a plug put on that to the spoiler, and a plug put on that back to the third brake light, so I can just plug and play basically. But once the spoiler comes off, the other thing too with a dodgy spoiler, there's up in here, so wiring runs through from the car up through this bit into the boot, which runs all your license plate. Well, basically in the boot, all you've got really is your license plate, lights, and your boot actuator switch. So the wiring runs through there. But the way it's been, so that was hanging off, I thought, well, that's going to be a bit of a water leak issue. I'll fix up what's going on. The wires for the spoiler were actually cut and shut in here. So spoiler's been off before I've pulled it off. And yeah, just cut and shut, and it didn't look real tidy. So I'm going to get him to tidy all that up for me. Possibly run some new wiring from the spoiler itself back through. So we've got just one connection back up under the boot here with a plug, and then when it's time to pull that spoiler off, I can just cut them here before the plug, and then I can just switch between the two when I want to switch between the two, which will be a lot cleaner, a lot nicer looking. So you think parcel shelf, yeah, it's going to be hard. No, you've got to pull the side bolsters out. You've got to pull the lower seats out to get the bolts to the side bolsters out, and then get in. But getting the parcel shelves out a lot easier than what a lot of people were saying on forums and stuff. Being the gear, it's got the premium sound system, so she's got a subwoofer sitting in the parcel shelf as well. A lot of the lower model vehicles don't have provision for a subby, and you can't cut your parcel shelf, being a structural integral part of the vehicle. So I've scored there, picking up a gear with the premium sound, and that gives me the option when I want to, if I ever want to, and I no doubt will, I can replace all the sound system in this car with something a bit more better, well, a bit more premium again. I mean, sound system from 2000 compared to 2021 is a lot different. So I'll, at some stage, I'll upgrade The speaker's a sub. I'll put an amp in there. There's no amp, well, that I've found yet. Could be one hiding somewhere in the car. I'll have to have a look unless it's in the sound system itself. But yeah, so I'll run an amp and get some new speakers and a sub in there and just get the sound pumping out of this thing. Be real nice. So this is going to be a nice cruiser. My intentions for it, nice family cruiser weekend. We go away to the wineries and stuff like that. But we can, like the couple of small drives I've done so far, it's oh Jesus, comfortable. Jesus, so comfy. It's just like, yep, this is perfect. So perfect for what we want. Be cruising around, so forth. But anyway, I digress. I'll get stuck in. I'll clean all this up, put that third brake light back in, get it all set up for when the auto lecky turns up this afternoon, and rewire that for me, and rewire the boot lid spoiler, and then away we go. So actually, where's the wiring that runs through? I might even leave that off. So there's the wiring that runs from the car to the plug, to the rear brake light, and also, yeah, there we go, speakers, the spoiler. Now, okay, I'm going to clean all that up, leave that off, then he's got full access to all the factory wiring, and we can go there and we can make a real tidy install back to these, back to the third brake light and spoiler. So yeah, I think that's my plan now. Clean it up and just leave it as is, and he can rewire and do a good proper clean job on it. That's what I'm chasing. Awesome. All right, well, I'll get stuck in. Thanks for watching, everyone watching this one. There's not a lot of people on this page just yet. I will get that changed very soon. But yeah, no, I'm pretty excited how this thing's coming along. So we've got registration. I've got it booked in for the weekend to get transmission service done. It needs that. It's been, I don't know when the last transmission service was done, to be honest, so it'd be good to get that done. And I'm slowly working through it. I'll get the diff oil changed out. It's booked in to get all radiator hoses replaced, the system flushed, new header tank going in, and then we'll go from there. I've got new shocks and springs, which I'll be picking up today, and then we'll go through, tick off. It needs front upper control bushes replaced, so nothing too major, which is good. And then I'll flick through. I've got a new exhaust system I'm going to order for it. I've already spoken to the supplier about that, so we know which one we're going with. And then yeah, give it a full service. So do the oil and filter. The air filter's brand new. It was basically done roughly 100 k's ago. It was serviced. It was last serviced, but that was 12 months. So it's driven 100 k's in 12 months. So there's a bit of work to get it back to where I want, where I'm confident to put it on the road and take it for a decent long drive, and all that stuff's going to be done before I do take it on a decent journey. But yeah, she's comfortable as hell. It's absolutely stunning car to drive, just how I remember them when I used to drive them for company vehicles, and had one myself. So I'm really looking forward to getting this thing fully operational and back on the road, and then it's on to, I guess, panel and paint, a few little things to pull out. I've got new front bumper for it. I've got to get a rear bumper, but I've got new mirrors coming, so I'm going to get these painted up, the new ones painted and replaced, just so I've got fresh gear on there, which is nice. Basically taking any guesswork out of what's going to fail. I don't expect anything really to fail. I mean, she's a 21-year-old car. Yeah, stuff's going to need replacing, whatever, and you won't really know it until you start driving it, which is fine. But I'm going to take the guesswork out of as much as I can and just replace some simple stuff that can be replaced with new items, and just make sure it's 100% safe before I throw my family in it and we go for drives. All right, guys. Anyway, I'll get stuck into it. Talk soon. Cheers.